Hey y'all. For whatever reason, the video is not working tonight, but I literally just crawled out of a crawl space about 30 minutes ago to get here. I've been working all day and I had an awesome day today. And there were a lot of things that tried to come at me to make me not have a good day today. And I wasn't having it. Um, I'm so grateful that I get to do what I do every day. I'm so grateful that I get to interact with the people I get to interact with and how much God uses what I do for a living in my ministry and in bringing attention to His Word. And I'm just blown away by how much I'm able to hear from God when I'm doing my best work. And so, with that, I just want to open up in prayer. Say, Lord, thank you so much for those amazing moments where you get to shine and I get to see you. Where even in not doing my normal day to day work in the office today or going and doing scopes, that wasn't what I did today. I actually was able to put my hands to work and quiet out the noise of other people, other things, and just really work to show my gratitude for the things that we have. And I think often we don't think about that. We don't think about how grateful we should be to be able to do things with excellence and to be able to do them in a way that shows you. And Lord, so if anybody is struggling today with not feeling significant or with not being able to see you, I just implore you to open their eyes to something that seems mundane or something that may seem so small, but can have such an impact as what they do for a living and how they do it that makes all the difference to them, not only to the people around them, but to themselves when they're trying to chase a relationship with you. And I ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. So today, I went and did active molder mediation, which, a lot of people know that I do that for a living. But being the owner, now I'm not usually in the crawl spaces as much doing the active work as I am, unless I'm scoping it to set up the work, do the job, that kind of thing. And in that regard, I'm in them every day. But um, today, I actually got to work with one of my techs, and it was really amazing just to be able to spend a full day. I may be able to spend an hour here and there, but I get so many phone calls and so many people during the week want to talk to me or need information or, want to sell me something, whatever, all the things that us business owners do, right? And today being a Saturday, the office is closed. People don't usually expect to talk to me on a Saturday. So it was the perfect day for me to go and do some training and some hands-on work with one of my guys that I'm really looking to develop and I see a lot of potential in. And so I spent the day actively doing mold remediation, HEPA vacuuming, scrubbing, all of the things that no other contractor wants to do. But I was having a rough morning and, just a lot of criticisms and things were in my head and just a lot of hard realizations that I've had recently of things that I've been dealing with. And I needed to be able to just be quiet and focus on something that wasn't a problem. And for me, my work is something I take truly, as the verse says, to do it unto the Lord. And so I started to think about how many people don't have that opportunity. How many people, or they have the opportunity, but they don't understand what it means, or they just blank don't know that we're called to use our gifts in our work, not only just everything we do, church, home, mothering, parenting, wifing, all of those things. Um, but we're supposed to do it as we do it unto the Lord. And I wasn't doing a very good job of that this morning at home. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to take myself out of that situation and go where I know I can do it. Because that gets you back in the right mindset, right? To be able to do things. And for some people, that's not their job. Some people, that's mothering. Some people, that's volunteering. And some people, that's, worshiping. Some people, whatever it is, it's they do it as unto the Lord. And that kind of resets their mind. And for me today, it was sitting in a crawl space. It was a beautiful day outside that I didn't get to enjoy because I was in a dark, moldy, wet, dank crawl space. But I was so happy in that space. I was so fulfilled in being able to pour into someone else who was eager to learn, who was working just as hard as I was, and being able to just put one ear pod in my ear and listen to worship music and talk to God. And I brought some things to him that I had been trying to handle myself and unsuccessfully. And I had been trying to argue my point of unsuccessfully. And so I just stopped and I prayed and I said, God, reveal to me the things that I need to change. Reveal to me the things that I'm not doing well, and help me to change them. Help me to do those things in excellence the same way I know that I'm confident that I do these gifts that you've given me. And I said, and as far as the other parties in my life, work, home, all of those things that are clamoring in my ears, I'm giving those to you. And I'm asking you to reveal to them the things they need to know. And I'm literally sitting in this crawl space scrubbing joists that were pretty hairy, let me say. And it hit me that God said, you're a master certified in remediation to remove the mold, remove the things that were unseen in this crawl space that affect the people upstairs, but they don't even see what's going on until it's already hairy, it's already messy, it's already a problem. And that's what I do because you guys get so busy just trying to be everything, do everything, and you forget to ask me to clean it and fix it because he's the master of that. And you try and use your worldly skill to do supernatural things, and you're not capable. But when you ask me, I'm able to clean those things. I'm able to wipe them away. I'm able to bring them back to what they were meant to be, just like you do in this crawl space. And so as I'm sitting there working and just diligently going away, we decide to go to lunch, and I'm just sitting talking to uh, my guy that works with me, and learning a little bit more about him and what makes him tick, and the things that go on in family lives, and we started talking about church, and we started talking about just the the outpouring that God has over our lives. And it was amazing to me to just be able to be in that moment when I had all these other things going on in my head this morning, that they all just totally went away when I focused on what I could be a master of, and that I was putting it as if I was doing it for God, as if I was doing it for the Lord, not doing it for the paycheck, not doing it for the, health of the person upstairs, which is important, but literally doing it like God is watching me. And how would I be able to put that in place in other areas of my life? You know, it's amazing to me when we sit and get quiet and hand things over to God, how quickly He responds. And I'm in awe right now. So I'm sorry if I'm a little slow. I'm sorry if I'm just in awe of how He uses me, how He uses my obedience, how He uses my skill to be able to touch other people's lives and to be able to correct he doesn't use my actual hands, my skill to correct me, but to metaphorically correct me, because he knows how I think, he knows how I speak. And God isn't it amazing how God speaks to each one of us in the way that we understand? Isn't it amazing how He uses your life experiences to touch other people, and more than anything, to speak to you if you listen? And I was so busy trying to prove points and do things this morning that put me in this mood of just frustration. And you would think, oh, that you need to go outside and spend some time alone, or go out and enjoy the fresh air. But I found peace in a dark, dank, wet, moldy crawl space because I got to spend time with God. And He literally, His presence was there. And it made my day amazing. And, as I crawled out, the guy that I worked with today, he just had this smile on his face, and he had, we had busted our butts all day long. And usually, you crawl out of there, you're whipped and you're going, ugh, I'm ready to go home. But he had like this smile on his face, and he was jogging around, and just being able to see that, because we were in the presence of God, and I knew it, and I know that He knew it, made all the difference in our day. And so I implore you, as you are feeling frustrated or overwhelmed, or you have all these clamoring things in your head that distract you, and you try and fix, and you try and argue the point of, or you try and make a discussion about, yeah, it's important to discuss things. It's important to, sit down and say, okay, here's what I see an issue is, and how do we resolve it? And, that's important. But did you pray first? Did you get in the presence of God first? Did you just step back and allow God to clean up the mess that you may not have even known was there? Whenever you have multiple people for me, I have a lot of demands from a lot of people all day long, and it can be overwhelming. And then I don't even realize, the things they're going through, because I mean, I'm number one selfish person because I'm me, and the only other more selfish person than me is the other person in the room. And so we don't always look at what is that other person going through, or what is that other person feeling right now, or and sometimes you try and ask questions to understand, but it doesn't land correctly, or they're just not in the space to have the conversation, or whatever it may be. And you get distracted by all of that and think, well, they're just trying to ruin my day, or whatever it is. And it was the fact that it always goes back to, did you invite God in the conversation? Did you invite his presence? Because even in a dark, dank, nasty crawl space, I was able to be at complete peace today. I was able to have God use me in a way, not only for my employee, but for the customer that is so grateful that we're there, for the people that I encountered in public today when we went out for lunch, to my own peace and understanding of how to not let things eat at me, how to not let what other people say about me or to me own me, to not let the clamoring and criticisms or stressors or hardships or any of the demands that people have of you wreck your joy, or to own your day. Even in the weirdest of places, in the hardest and darkest and messiest of places, God's presence can make it an amazing place and an amazing day if you let him. If you let him. So, as you are going about your week this week, and maybe your job isn't perfect, or maybe that you have a lot of demands and stress on you, I implore you to work unto the Lord. Work unto the Lord in your family. Work unto the Lord in your business. Work unto the Lord in your job, in your volunteering, whatever it is that you do. Literally invite God into it first. He will always make the difference. I know this isn't a very long one tonight. I am beat, physically beat. My hands up in the air like this all night, all day long, and crawling in a tight space. So I'm like, cramped and laying sideways and all kinds of things. So I'm fixing to go lay sideways and take a nap. But I want you to know that there's peace in the mess. There's peace in the pit. There's peace in that dark place in your heart that's like a crawl space of a house that nobody else gets to go to. When you do it, anything that you do, like you're doing it unto the Lord. And that takes discipline. It takes obedience. But more than anything, it takes a servant's heart. Because you have to allow him in to serve you. And then, and only then, can you be the servant that you're supposed to be. Because in and of ourselves, we are selfish. In and of ourselves, we do it for the wrong motives. In and of ourselves, we don't do things unto the Lord so that he can do things through us as the Lord. I hope this helps you. I hope this changes your perspective on some things this week. And as usual, hey, the church is growing, we're building, we're expanding, and I'm excited about it. So we want you to come and see us at 155 Glebe Street in Goodlettsville. And if you know somebody who's struggling, have them reach out to us. On Monday nights, they're starting. The men are going to be doing. Oh no, Wednesday nights. Excuse me. Wednesday nights, the men are doing Bible study and opening the church to the needy and unhoused for dinner and showers and things like that. The women do it on Tuesday nights. So if you know anybody that needs help, send them our way. If you know anybody who's in addiction and needs help with that, send them our way. We're here on Friday nights for service, and I'm here Saturday night to talk to you on Facebook and other outlets. And of course, my husband on Thursdays. And like every day of the week, we got something going on. You have no excuse. We love you. We hope to see you soon, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.